I've always encouraged teachers in the classes I work with to consider the use of blogs in their own classrooms. And my normal recommendation is that they use a common blogging platform such as Blogger to do this. But I'm going to kind of propose something a little bit different here, and that's the use of SeeSaw. Now, what SeeSaw allows a teacher to do is to create a classroom blog, and what I mean by that is that participants in the class set up in SeeSaw could all contribute to the same blog. And beyond that, in SeeSaw, the teacher could serve as moderator and control some security features associated with this blog, with this class blog. So it has some advantages, or I would say maybe there would be ways to do this in many platforms, but SeeSaw makes it pretty easy. Now, one of the reasons I wasn't aware of this before, even though I had used SeeSaw, was it doesn't show up. So if you look here, you can see I'm using my iPad to create this video, and there's nothing here that indicates that a blogging platform is available. And I should have looked deeper, I guess. You need to activate the blog option, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do here. So if I go to the wrench, the kind of tool icon, it allows me in SeeSaw to make various adjustments. I guess that's the reason for the wrench. So if I select this, you'll see it brings up a bunch of options, and if I scroll down, there it is. It says class blog, and it gives me this little slider that allows me to activate a class blog. So that's what I needed to do, and I'll show you how to do now. That's not too hard. And then it gives you this kind of screen that's going to take you through some settings. So I'm just going to follow the instructions. I'm going to set up a public blog. That's my goal. And here it names the blog IDT540. I'm going to make an addition to the blog URL. This would be the public access URL for this class blog. And I'm just going to add IDT, the name of my graduate class, to this URL. And now you see a couple of other permissions. One has to do with enabling content comments, and the other, interesting, there is the option for password protection. Now, you might consider using these in combination. As you probably know from using various social media platforms, commenting isn't always a positive thing. Many people say negative things, may say things that have nothing to do with, I have to change this because I've already used that address. Many people say things that are negative that have nothing to do with the content they're commenting on. And what I mean is use these settings together is if you password protect your blog, only certain people would know the password. You might trust this group of people, and you might want to then encourage their commenting. On the other hand, if you wanted to have a completely open blog, and what I mean by that is it's not only shareable, but it's also searchable. So in theory, someone could find it by searching. You may want to consider turning off comments. So that's what I'm actually going to do here. And now I'm going to continue. And so now the blog it exists, and it gives the address that I could share if I wanted to kind of speed up the process of people finding us. And so there we go. Now, getting something into the blog also isn't necessarily as obvious as it might seem. Here's the way it can be done. It assumes that a student has a journal and adds multiple items to the journal. So they're going to post student work. And what I'm suggesting in this case would make some sense. They're going to post a note. And so it might go like this. This is a note about 2 days. And so when this note is added, you'll see one of the options I have is then contributing it to the class blog, and I would publish it to the blog, and there it goes. So that's a process. Blogging is integrated into the way SeeSaw thinks about how students within a class might use this resource. It allows the instructors some very interesting options. It allows a public class blog moderated by the teacher and protected in various ways from things like inappropriate comments. So blogging is available in SeeSaw, and exploring a bit should help you get started.